Hello, it's Sonia here, The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today is Tuesday, and that means it's Tunisian Tuesday. I thought it would be fun again to take a knitting stitch pattern and try to convert it into Tunisian crochet. So I have this knit magazine. It's like a old stitch dictionary. I love this thing, but you know, it's kind of fallen apart, but it's still it's hanging in there. So I thought it would be fun to see how this one here, right here, would translate into Tunisian crochet. So to do that, I'm going to be using my H hook or 5mm hook. And then here is the yarn that I'm going to be using. It is Caron Simply Soft. So let's get started. So the directions for the knit stitch pattern says to work a multiple of 2. So that would be casting on, but we're going to be chaining. So I'm going to chain, let's chain 12. So I have 12 chains. So let's begin row 1. So row 1 will be the setup row. So in our second chain from our hook, we're going to work in that back bump. We're going to pull up a loop and we're going to continue across our chain, pulling up loops. So if you are not familiar with Tunisian crochet, I do have a playlist that I will link in the description box that goes over the basics to get you started. And Tunisian crochet is always worked in 2 parts. So each row is 2 parts. So the first part, so this is row 1, we are putting our stitches on our hook, so that is called the forward pass. And then the second part is where we take the stitches off of our hook, and that is called the return pass. And then each part consists of 1 row. Okay, so here are my loops. So I chained 12. I should still have 12 loops on my hook, and I do indeed. So let's work these off for the return pass, the second part of row 1. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Okay, so there is row 1. So row 2, we're going to begin the repeat, and this will be a 4-row repeat for this stitch pattern. So to begin, we are going to work a knit stitch. So right in that first stitch, you're going to work Tunisian knit. If you're not familiar with Tunisian knit, I do have that in the playlist. All right, so now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to work a together or a decrease stitch in knit. So to do that, you're going to insert your hook first in Tunisian simple in that next vertical bar, and then the next stitch you're going to insert your hook in Tunisian knit so that you're putting it through, and you're going to pull up your loop, and this yarn wants to split. I like this color, but Simply Soft sometimes is a splitter. Let's fix that. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. All right, so let's keep going. We're going to continue to yarn over and work Tunisian knit together stitch or decrease. So yarn over all the way across. So Tunisian simple, then insert your hook, Tunisian knit. So you keep doing that until you have 2 stitches left. So here's that second to last vertical bar and then our last stitch. So that second to last stitch for row 2, you're going to work Tunisian knit, and then in that stitch that looks like a chain, you insert your hook and pull up a loop. And we should still have 12 loops on our hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, we do. And then you work these off like you normally do. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. All right, so that is row 2. So row 3 is going to be a knit row. You're just going to work Tunisian knit. So that first stitch, work Tunisian knit. So the next one is that yarn over, so you don't want to miss that. So it's right there. You're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop. It's basically like a space. Then continue across, working Tunisian knit. Hopefully my yarn will not split. And again, you should still have 12 loops on your hook at the end of row 3 here. And in that stitch that looks like a chain, pull up a loop. So we should still have 12 loops. And we do. Let's work those off. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so row 4, what we're going to do is we're going to work 2 knit stitches. So there we go, and now we are going to work the repeat. We're going to yarn over and work the together stitch all the way across the Tunisian knit together, or decrease stitch, yarn over, so we have 3 left. There's the yarn over. So work that final together stitch, and then in that stitch that looks like a chain on the end, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and we work these off like normal. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. That is row 4. So row 5 is a repeat of row 3. We're working Tunisian knit all the way across. So what you're going to want to do is you want to repeat rows 2 through 5 for however long you want your swatch, and then we'll do the bind off row. So I am going to keep going here, just repeating rows 2 through 5, and we'll see how this looks compared to the knit one. So I will meet you back. Alright, so here we go. Here is my swatch. I actually really like it. I think it's nice. So why don't we do the bind off row, and then we'll look again at the knit picture and see how it compares. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to just bind off in knit. So you're going to insert your hook in that next vertical bar and work the bind off. And if you're not familiar with bind off, it is in the playlist. And binding off your Tunisian projects just helps it to look more finished. Okay, so there we go, and I did work 21 rows. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So here is my swatch. So let's go back to the knit picture. So here it is right here. So obviously this one here, it's a lot more open, lacy looking, where this guy is not. It has a little bit of an openness. I think if you used a larger hook and thinner yarn, you would kind of get more of that lace effect, but it still is not quite as an open lacy stitch as this one, but I do really like it. I think it's really nice, and it doesn't curl up that badly, especially for Tunisian knit. A lot of times with Tunisian knit stitches, they just really curl up. So this one is not the worst as far as that goes. It has a lot of nice texture to it, so I think it would be really nice in a variety of projects, especially like a scarf, a shawl, something like that. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.